Hello, hello, hello. It is early in the morning. Early in the morning. Well, not that early. I come to work at 7 o'clock, so I'm not adjusted to this time change yet because I want to still be asleep and I have to force myself to get up. I have to force myself to say, Misty, this is now the time that you should be getting up. Now, mind you, my body was waking up at 5:40 like every day. Now, I get up around that time, but now I doze off because it be so dark. It don't have a glimmer of light. So now I doze off. Who alarm have to wake them up? Me. And my alarm haven't had to wake me up in a while. But it's daylight savings time. It is what it is, child. Whatever. But I come to talk about um, marrying bad men. Yeah. Um, before bed, this got me. So before bed, I watched this Hallmark movie of this young, ambitious woman really not knowing what she wants to do, but she's dating this very high value, no, lies, not value, high strong men in these high power positions. And she's very, very thin and scrawny and homely, and he's muscle bound in suits and trying to force her to do things that she just don't want to do. And at the end, she ended up, well, in the movie, she ended up befriending a doctor, a pet doctor, who ended up falling in love with her. She fell in love with him because she realized what she was is not what she wanted to be. And it took her to meet somebody to see the light that this man had in his eyes, that this man's supposed to have in his eyes, but they don't. So I'm somewhere I'm supposed to be. I really wish women picked up on that sooner. hmm Um, when a man is emotionally dead, ain't nothing you can do with him. Can't fix him because you're gonna work on his nerves. He don't want to be fixed. You can't help him because he's so distorted in his mind. The help you give, he's gonna use that because he's distorted in his mind. Okay, so you think you are helping in his mind, he's taking advantage, right? Two different thought processes creating a very hurtful action. Okay? And so when you have emotionally dead or emotionally distant, emotionally crippled people, it seems like women are finding these men to marry. And from a woman that was once married to a man who was emotionally crippled, emotionally dead, and emotionally immature, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Because that man is a child. And he's going to live a double life. And because he feels inadequate and insecure, he's going to cheat. That's only if he don't make the money you make. Now, if he makes more money than you, then cheating is going to be in there. And also going around painting you as a horrible, stupid person is what he'll do. Yeah, he'll paint you as stupid and dumb and horrible and desperate. Because the truth is, emotionally, that man is dead. Because if that man was alive, he would know to hurt the woman that loves you is to hurt yourself. To betray the woman that loves you is to betray yourself. He would have a clear understanding of that if he wasn't uh, emotionally unalive. Okay, we have to understand what love is and what love isn't. And I believe, this is just my belief, Black and brown people are really not, we're not taught how to love. We're not taught the true meaning of love and what's abuse, right? Um, with looking at the statistics across the board, I don't think none of us are taught properly. We have to learn, right? And once you learn how to love, loving another person becomes very, very difficult because you give that person something that nobody else is giving. So, what does that put you? In the line of fire. Stay out of people's war. And I wish I'd had a conceptual concept of this when I was younger. Don't enter in a man's war, let him war. Because who is the casualty of war? Women and children. Women and children will always, always, always be the casualties of war. Mental, spiritual, or physical. We will be the scapegoats for a man's war with himself. Instead of when a man comes here, he have to heal. He's gonna have to talk. He's gonna have to communicate. We let men date us that don't talk, and we marry men that don't talk to us. Why would you do such a thing, girl? Don't ever do that. I know a lot of women out there. You married to a man, he don't talk to you. He used one word sentences with you. I remember when I was married, long time ago. Um, he this. Oh, Misty, don't say that. Okay, this man used to be on the phone helping people solve their relationships. Women used to call Mike for everything, like he was the relationship guru, and his relationship was in the toilet. And one night, boy, he was giving some advice in that living room, and I'm in the bedroom now. But I can hear him in the living room on the phone because he have a very, very, very whitish voice when he talks. It's a grass, a growl. It's real baritone, right? So of course, the way our house was, it seems like the sound would be bouncing off the walls. Well, I come to learn now we just didn't have enough furniture in the house. That's why it was so echoey. Anyway, when you have big houses like that, you need big furniture to stop the echo. But anywho, I know now. I didn't know that in my 20s. But he was in there giving advice, and I went off. Do you hear me? I didn't went off. Not a little off, but a whole bunch of off. I'm telling him, how can you fix somebody else's shit? Your shit is fucked up. You are one argument from being put up out of here, nigga. I dislike you. I want a divorce. And he was on the phone. And I think they was on like a conference call or something. He was like, Mr. Ebert, it kills me. Literally kills me to hear you give people advice that you yourself don't follow. Oh, and it was a lot of cuss words in there too. It wasn't that straightforward. He probably didn't understand it had I said it like that. It was a whole lot of MF and all other kind of strange cuss words I used to use with him. Yeah, and they end up hanging up because that's just how long I was cussing them out. They end up hanging up on him. Oh, here come my little munchkin. They ended up hanging up on him. He was mad, and we argued like all night long. But how can you sit and be a relationship guru and you're a horrible person in relationships? Like, how can Brian McKnight write beautiful love songs and he is a monster in relationships? We women do not contextualize that. Okay, you can get on mommy's side of the bed, go back to sleep. I don't know why he need to be told he can get on my side of the bed. You're in the California king bed. All you gotta do is roll over. Well, from his side, roll over 3 times. It's my side of the bed. Anyway, I used to, I couldn't understand that, right? So because we're not taught to understand that, we don't understand that. And why I'm just realizing it's trash day. And I ain't take out the trash. Well, my baby take out the trash. I don't take out no trash. So when he get up, he go take out the trash. Anyway, I never understood why a man can be with a woman that he's cruel to. I've never understood that. But as my healing journey, right? As I heal and I learn that some people, not some, all of the time, I'm not going to say some of the time, all of the time, when your spouse is mean and unkind and not caring and just unconcerned about you and everything you want, like, and do, that man settled for you. He settled for you. You are not the person he loved. And if by now what grandma used to say is not making sense, you have a long heartbreak journey along the road. Because as women, we have to learn to love the men who love us. As women, because we love, we put out love, we want to love who we want to love. But 9 times out of 10, those people don't love us back. It is important to love who love you. It is. Know what it feels like to be tolerated by people. And don't allow yourself to get caught in a tolerable rap. Because one thing I've learned about people who go to spaces where they're tolerated, not celebrated, they have addictions. Those so-called drunk people that drink till they pass out and drunk all over the place, have a conversation with them that's meaningful. Make them feel seen, that their drinking will decrease. When people do not feel seen in a room full of people, it's easy to isolate, or substances, go whatever, do whatever, and come back because you're having to people. And I used to be like that. And I remember crying every night. I would go to the club. Men would talk to me, tell me nice things about myself. Baby, I would cry all the way home and all night. I did that for a very long time. I was a drunk. And I was having a problem because I just didn't feel seen. I didn't feel seen. I didn't know what men were seeing, if I be totally honest with you. At that time, in my thought process, I didn't know what men saw. I didn't even feel like they had a reason to see anything. And it's a such thing as pretty pain, right? When you are a woman that you look upon yourself, you look upon your appearance, you take care of yourself, you create a nice life for yourself. An image is painted of you. That's not true. But it's painted, right? When you don't let men dump their problems on you, using your body as a therapy, no, okay? When men get to dump all their problems on you, or when men get together and have stories about women and your name is never brought up, or when it's brought up, everybody is looking like, who done had her? Nobody? What's the problem? So I've always, even as a young girl, I was never the pass around. And never will I be. Because I befriended some girls who would pass around. And I was able to see their pain of why they was being passed around. And they was being passed around for acceptance. Acceptance for boys. And this is what my crazy self done as a young boy, a young girl. If you were a boy in our neighborhood and all you did was use and abuse women, I would just wait for you to come. Ooh, I would wait. Wait, because I know you coming. I know you coming. You may be scared right now, a little timid, but eventually, somewhere you're going to think my guard is down and you're going to come. And when you come, I'm waiting because I already got in my head what I'm going to do to you. How low I'm going to make you feel. Man, I'm going to tell you shit about yourself probably nobody ever told you because I've been watching. The boys in my neighborhood be like, leave her alone. No, leave her alone. Oh, no. These boys are men today. When they see me, they be like, Nasty. I be like, yeah. They be like, life has been kind. I was like, I don't have it. It has not been kind, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I see on my socials where people suggest that I know these people when I don't know these people. Not like that. I see it's three guys that's lingering. These three guys, they all liked me in middle school. One, I never knew he liked me until we were like adultish. And he was a D boy, and somebody, he in a right, he wrote a letter to his cousin and told his cousin to give it to me. And I read the letter and I never responded. You in jail? What you want me to say? Like, I don't know about jail. Anyway, but he was my homeboy. He wrote this long letter on this long paper to tell me how he liked me forever. And right now to this day, I would see that man pop up on my suggestions. And I would go to his page. I'm like, we don't have nobody in common. We don't know like, I'm 50. He should, if I'm not mistaken, I looked, he is 51. Because I'm about to be 50 and he's already 50. So, you know. And they're still alert, child. I don't play no games. I don't play no games. And I just wish that women wouldn't either. Because if you play games with men, they're going to play it. They're going to play it. They're going to play it as long as you let them play. Unfortunately, if you raise sons, you can see the BS of men. Okay? You can see it. Look at your daddy. You love your daddy. One thing I think we do as women that hurts us so much. We create the princess effect with our fathers. It leads to a lot of disappointment because the truth is, if a woman have never been a princess to him, he don't know how to treat you, girl. He your daddy. He don't know how to treat you. He got to figure it out. He have to find out. You have to teach him. But expecting your dad to just be, she's my princess. It sounds good. Yeah, it does. It sounds good. It's just not realistic as far as human behavior is concerned. Because men are wired different ways for children. A man can eat his own. And some women can too. If they real fucked up right here, they can eat their own. And a lot of them do. So, expecting princess treatment from your dad, expecting all this fairy tale bull crap, he probably don't even know that. You have to teach him that. And I can tell you, you have to teach him. I'm 50 years old, and I have to teach my dad, hey, Hey, what is that? What are you talking about? Especially when he get to drink it. Oh, baby, when he get to drink it, baby, it's loose lips, sink ships. And I have to subtly remind it, who are you talking to? Talking to me? You sure? Are you sure you're talking to me? I'm finna go lay down. I know you better. I know you better. Because you keep talking to me like that, bro. This ain't gonna end good. Not for me and you, it ain't. Because at the beginning and the end of the day, I'm a woman. I don't give a damn about being your daughter. I'm a woman. hmm And I carry myself as a woman. I walk, talk, and act like a woman. I will be respected as a woman. And that's on the point blank in the period. And I have to remind him, baby, you don't know many women that do what I do single-handedly. Point of mine. Yeah, you're right. I don't know many women that do. They too busy trying to want to be rescued by a man. No, I got shit to do, baby. And people envy me because they always think I'm in the head. But I learned. Wisdom taught me. I'm thankful that I had grandparents that did not sugarcoat a damn thing with us. When our mothers got reprimanded, we sat there and heard it. If you was a man that was full of shit and you was my grandma's son, she called your ass to the carpet. Do you hear me? You wasn't finna come to her life and come to her house and low rate your wife and think you everything. Well, if she ain't nothing, then why you married her? And you created a life with her. She got a home and everything. That's what my grandma would say. Well, if she ain't nothing, well, why you treat her like she everything? Huh? What? You can get over here and talk about your wife. But over there, y'all living in the lap of luxury. Make it make sense. She'll shut your mouth. And she would always shut it with the truth. And she would not say one damn cuss word. If she cuss, you done pissed her off. And you, baby, better get you, your children, and leave her house. If she get the cussing. If she get the cussing, people gonna get their purse and leave. All right, y'all, it's time for us to go. Mom, you wanna go lay down? You need something? You know me do something for you leave? You done pissed her off, baby. And you better get out of there. Because she don't play no games. And she boils none. Do you hear me? Baby, that old lady bored none. Sons and ex, you better not dot that door on some BS. You sit in her house, you sit in her house with respect. Do you hear me? Let me tell you when she died. My daddy had came to her house. And something fell off that china cabinet. He said, whoop, that's my cue. She ain't like me in life. She don't like me in death. And he went sat on that porch. And when I come out, boy, I was so tickled. Me and my aunt just like, how did that fall? Those boxes has been sitting there forever. Like, how did that fall? But we did experience some things when my grandma died. Like, when she died, we could say anything in that shit. Whole pictures will fall off the wall. Cabinets will start closing. We be like, shut your damn mouth. Shut up. Cuss in here. She's still in here. Like, don't do that. Don't come in her yard. Like, I swear. Like, one time we were sitting in the yard. I think that was smoking. Baby, bees came out of nowhere. Bees came out of nowhere. And people thought the few of us was like, they crazy. When them bees, after that incident, ain't nothing happened at 5317. No more. Don't nobody go there to gather. Nothing. My cousin lived there, and he a truck driver, so he's on the road most of the time. And he's into like trains and like real architectural stuff. So he have a bunch of architectural stuff all around the house and stuff like that because he's into that type of thing. But as far as gatherings, dinners, and parties at that house, you will not. You will not. Nobody goes there. That house is still there. Nobody goes there. Nobody be there but Johnny. Because we've experienced you going that woman house on something that she wasn't on when she was alive. Pictures has been on the wall forever. How are they falling? How is these cabinets open and closed? Something is wrong. Now, I don't think the house do that anymore because the house has since been rebuilt. Was she alive when the house was built? No. No, that house was rebuilt, I think, a year or two. No, it had to be two. Yeah, because those bees were like 2 years. Like 2 years, that's when we was helping move everything out, put it in storage so they can, redo the house. I don't think the house does that anymore since it's been rebuilt. But baby, before that house was rebuilt, and nobody still go there. And I have taken her wisdom. I've taken her wisdom as law, if I be honest with you. Because people didn't play with her. And she lived a good life. But people didn't play with her. People didn't play with her at the motherfucking church. People didn't play with her with them bills. Baby, when she died, the mayor, he was the mayor of this city. He spoke at her funeral. And he was like, baby, if you was coming on Dippy Street, Southport, Dippy Street, her end of Dippy Street, on some fool la la, baby, you had to move. Because she was going to tell Chief Lee Brown on you. And she'll come to your house to let you know I got grandchildren and children that live there. You can't sell no dope on this block. She the boldest woman I ever seen. I swear. Baby, she would go to drug that you not going to sell no drugs over here. Not when my grandchildren have to play. And do you know, I never forget one man as he was moving out. It was him and a couple other men. They were young, grown men though. And they was creating a dope house and trying to create a dope spot. Baby, that had worked on her last nerve. Do you hear me? And as they was moving out, because the mayor made them move, he will personally make you move off her block. Baby, she got a whole declaration from Chief Lee Brown. She have a day and everything. I'm telling you, that woman ain't nothing to play with, y'all. Y'all got to go play with somebody else. And it's matter of fact, both of my grandmothers have declarations from the city. And you said it's crazy, but hey, that kind of let you know what I got built inside of me. You understand? And I try to stand on that. I don't walk around and act like those women are not somewhere watching and not somewhere proud. I went on a spiritual healing journey for myself because I believe when you heal what's behind and in front, right? So my daughter struggled in relationships. She's dead today, but she struggled in relationships because I didn't teach her about relationships. I didn't. I was focused on academics. I was focused on her being all that she can be academically so that she can stand on her own 2 feet in life. If I be honest, that is the type of mother that I am. I make sure my children are self-sufficient and self-reliant. I do. I really do. But I also talk to them now about relationships, where I wasn't doing that. I do, hey, I don't like the way my oldest son having relationships, so I stay away. But he knows how I feel. I'm not the type of mother where I'm gonna be all in your business and ruin your relationship, but I don't care for that girl either. Somebody I don't like. And whatever that is, somebody I really don't want to know about her. Because if she was interested in knowing us, then she would make the effort. She ain't making the effort, and I ain't making the damn effort, and that's what it is. Because I don't want nobody to think because you with my son, I'm finna kiss your ass. Who? Where? Who gonna do that? No, girl. Girl, you gotta go find another family for that. I'm not doing it. And ain't nobody else doing it. Because the moment they do, I'm gonna have something to say. Oh, girl, what are you doing? Who ass? We don't kiss ass? No, ma'am. No ham, no ma'am, no turkey. No, but I thank God for my wisdom, okay? And I want to be able to pour that wisdom on people in a digestible way. Because I know I can be my grandmother. I can say things that's not really digestible. Okay? But due to my healing journey, I understand behaviors because I've had to understand my own. I've had to become self-aware. I police my own thoughts. Do you hear me? I police my own thoughts because that helps me check in with myself with what I'm feeling. So I try to do these checkups with myself. How you feeling? What you feeling? If I feel like a little tightness in my chest or a little anxiety rise up, what is that? You know, having to deal with that in my own. Even learning how to self-regulate around people that I just don't like. Or if people say something in a room that I don't like, how to not, you know, and be like, hey, no. Instead of, what the heck, you know, coming out like this. It's a little scary. Anyway, I don't want to be like that. I'd rather slow roll you than bite your face off. And that has happened through a lot of healing that I am currently going through. I am currently going through a lot of healing. But in my healing journey, I just see a lot of things we do as women that had I been healed before, I wouldn't have never. But that's the whole point of healing. So you don't ever again. Okay? I think that's what it's going to take for men and women to get back on track with each other. Because it used to be. It used to be. It used to be the black man going to talk about the black woman and they hated each other. Now you got the Mexican woman hating the Mexican man and the white man hate. It's a such thing called Alpine divorces. I wish somebody would. And that's why people don't like black women either, because who you gonna take into the woods and leave there for me to get eaten up by cougars and coyotes? She got lost in the wilderness. What? Who got lost in the wilderness? It's not me. Because I know this all straight, but I don't trust nobody. Good or bad. I ain't got much trust in you, okay? Because you're a human at the end of the day. Until you show me behaviors that say you know better than to do certain things, people do anything if you're allowed to. People are being so bold and brash to take women on hiking trips, and then just they lead them somewhere, and then they'll say they're going to the bathroom, whatever, and just leave them, and they never see them again, and they hope that they die. That is what Alpine divorce is. That you get lost in the wilderness and get ate by the wild. I wish you would. I wish you would, nigga. I wish you would. I'm Cedric the Entertainer, baby. I wish a nigga would play with me. I'll be in your living room at 3 o'clock in the morning, waiting for you to awake for the morning, which will lead to a terrible day. Don't you play with me, nigga. You better go play with somebody who play. That's why one thing women gotta know is you have power. You bore children. Do you know how much you are close to dying when you have a baby? I wish you would, nigga. Ha! Baby, you would go dig up your own mama and play patty cake with her in the graveyard before you fuck with me that way. Women need to toughen up. We are stronger, not weaker. The Bible says it's consider her as the weaker vessel. It does not say she's the weaker vessel. If y'all want to believe that damn book that y'all been reading that don't mean shit. it does not say that the woman is the weaker vessel. It says consider her to be the weaker vessel. But she ain't.